The Grok Bikini Affair. Imagine this. An AI like Grok, built by XAI and integrated with the X platform, gets asked to generate images, specifically pictures of people in bikinis. Sounds innocuous at first glance, right? But here's where it gets tricky. The real story isn't about the AI whipping up some digital swimsuit shots in a vacuum. No, the heart of the controversy lies in what happens next, publishing those images openly on a public platform like X. Let's break this down step by step, why the creation itself isn't the villain, but the exposure is, and how EU laws could step in to shield folks while potentially slapping fines on X. First off, why isn't Grok creating bikini pictures a problem on its own? AI image generation is just a tool, like a digital artist sketching on command. If it's done privately, say for personal use, or in a closed chat, it's essentially harmless creativity. Grok uses algorithms trained on vast datasets to produce visuals, and as long as no real personal data is misused or no laws are broken in the process, it's akin to doodling in a notebook. The ethics might raise eyebrows if the prompts involve real people without consent, but the act of generation, not inherently evil, it's the digital equivalent of imagination running wild behind closed doors. Now, flip the script to the real issue, publishing those images openly. That's where things go south. When these AI-generated bikinis hit the public feed on X, they can morph into tools for harassment, misinformation, or invasion of privacy. Picture this. Someone generates an image of a public figure, a colleague, or even a stranger in a bikini, and shares it widely. It could lead to body shaming, deepfake-like scandals, or unwanted sexualization. This isn't just pixels, it's content that can harm reputations, mental health, and real lives. Platforms like X amplify this by design, turning private fun into public spectacle. The problem escalates because AI images often look hyper-realistic, blurring lines between fact and fiction, and once out there, they're hard to retract. Enter the EU's protective arsenal. The European Union has robust rules to safeguard people from such digital pitfalls. Key players include the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, which kicks in if the images involve personal data, like likenesses of identifiable individuals. If Grok's output uses or mimics real people's faces without consent, that's a potential GDPR violation, as it processes biometric data. Then there's the Digital Services Act, DSA, which holds platforms like X accountable for moderating harmful content. Under DSA, X must swiftly remove illegal or abusive material, like non-consensual intimate images, and provide transparency on AI use. The upcoming AI Act classifies high-risk AI systems, potentially requiring XAI to assess and mitigate biases or harms in image generation before deployment. If you're affected, say your image is AI altered into a bikini and blasted on X, how do you get help? Start by reporting the post directly on X. They have tools for that. But for real muscle, file a complaint with your National Data Protection Authority, DPA, like the CNEL in France or the ITSO in the UK. Even post-Brexit, similar rules apply. Provide evidence, screenshots, links, and explain the harm. Under GDPR, you can demand data erasure or rectification. For broader issues, contact organizations like the European Digital Rights, EDRI network, or hotlines for online abuse. If it's severe, loop in law enforcement for potential cyber harassment charges. This could spell trouble for X in the form of EU fines. If X fails to moderate or allows unchecked AI publishing that breaches GDPR or DSA, regulators can hit them hard. Fines under GDPR reach up to 4% of global annual turnover. For a giant like X, that's billions. The DSA adds teeth with penalties up to 6% for systemic failures, like not labeling AI content or ignoring removal requests. We've seen precedents. Meta and Google have been fined millions for similar lapses. If the Bikini Affair reveals patterns of negligence, the European Commission could investigate, leading to audits, forced changes, or massive penalties. X's owner, Elon Musk, has tangled with EU regulators before. This could escalate if users flood complaints. In the end, the Grok Bikini saga isn't about banning AI fun. It's about responsible sharing. Tech should empower, not expose. If you're in the EU, know your rights. Report, complain, and push for accountability. Platforms like X thrive on freedom, but unchecked, they risk fines that could force better guardrails. Stay vigilant, folks. Digital waves can crash hard. Like and subscribe, please.